Hello, everyone. Okay, no one's in the chat yet. You know what? Let me just try and promote this on Twitter for a second. Give me 1 second. One second. One second. One Okay, anyone in the chat? Yeah, apparently one person is watching. Wait. Anyone in the chat? Yeah, apparently one person. Okay. If you guys are watching this back, then just don't bother. Just skip to the parts where people start commenting and I actually have discussions. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait for some people to show up before yeah. So I probably should have I decided to start this early just on the whim because it turns out I had the time to start earlier and I just wanted to start, so yeah. So I hope I don't piss anyone off by deciding to start early. Oh, is that one actual person here? Okay. Okay, if you're watching this back, this part's gonna be very boring because I'm just gonna be waiting for people to come if they show up at all. Okay. 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 Anyways, now two people watching. Now that we have two people watching, I guess I can start actually. Oh, now one person. I'm just trying to find a way to properly start talking throughout this live stream. Just so again, if you're watching this back, then just skip this part until people actually start showing up. That was the third time I said that, but still. Whew. Let me just adjust this. Okay, that's better. Okay, so we have now 2 likes on this video. You know what? Just to prevent this live stream from being even more awkward. Oh, okay, now we have 2 people apparently. If Anyway, so basically, as you can see from the title of this live stream, yes, my spring semester of college did end today. So, whew, that's nice and all that. And yeah, that's really cool. I'm happy to be off for the summer. So I basically just want to have this live stream to celebrate, and also basically, I'm probably gonna reiterate all this when people actually start coming in. Um, Jeez, just lost my train of thought. Okay, and what was I gonna say? Jesus, I was gonna say something, but I just didn't say it. Like, don't you just hate that? Hate it when that happens? Let's see. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Again, for those watching back, like after the stream is over, this is probably super awkward for you. See, don't mind the footsteps upstairs. It's just my house has like very thin walls, so you're gonna hear that a lot throughout this live stream. Sorry to say. Okay. So we have one person watching and 2 likes. Hey, that's better than a lot of people can say about their streams. So. Okay, what else was gonna say? But yeah, I'm happy to be on summer break. Like, I'm so happy to like, and I actually do have a pretty like busy summer coming up. Unlike last summer, of course, when last summer was just depressing as hell because for obvious reasons. But yeah, with things opening up again, with vaccinations improving and cases going down and stuff like that, hopefully this will be a much better summer. Knocking on this wood real hard, as you can see. I really don't want to jinx myself. So, but yeah, in terms of my summer, I do have an overall pretty, I would say, pretty cool summer planned. I do have an internship. I didn't announce this, but I did finally get an internship position a couple weeks ago that starts like next month. So I'm pretty excited about that. Like, I was very anxious I wasn't going to find anything because we were like in the middle of a pandemic or something like that. But yeah, I'm so happy that I found one. And also, I'll announce more news about my summer as more people come in. But yeah, to anyone that is in the chat, how are y'all doing? Just say hi. Like, how are y'all doing? 2 people now. Let's see. Okay. So, how are you all in the chat doing? Like, what have you guys been up to? Oh, we have finally have someone in the chat. Hello, Hector. How are you? As I said before, if you haven't seen, this is basically a live stream to like celebrate, basically celebrate that my semester's over, and also after my Blu-ray collection video live stream, where quite a lot of people joined in actually. Like, I decided, you know what, I want to do a regular one where I'm just taking people's questions and not just focusing on my Blu-rays because I couldn't answer everyone because I was just so focused on getting my Blu-ray collection video. So I decided, like, you know what, I want to do a live stream where I can just focus on singularly responding to people. So, and besides, I've been wanting to do a live stream for quite a while actually, because just the idea of doing a live stream just sounded a lot of fun. But I was skeptical to do it for the longest time because I don't have a lot of subscribers. I just don't have a lot of viewers in general, which is fine. But yo, Bernardo's here. What's up, dude? Doing great, man. Finally finished my semester today and got all my work in, and I'm pretty confident that I did well. So happy my summer vacation's finally beginning. So yeah, yeah. Let's see. And as I stated before, in case you guys didn't hear, I a couple weeks ago I actually got a virtual. I'm excited for the window. Yeah, I know you've been talking quite a bit about that movie, Hector, and the review embargo was coming the day before. Wow, like hopefully it's good. Hopefully maybe like they have like high expectations for the movie or something. They're just waiting to like release the reviews or something like that. But I hope it's good. Like it sounds pretty good from what I hear. Your summer vacation still hasn't started. Sorry to hear that. When is your semester end, Bernardo? But as I was saying before, let's see. I hope the book is good. I just hope the adaptation does it justice. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does, Hector. But as I stated before, well, screw you too, Bernardo, I guess. So as I stated before, another cool thing is that a couple weeks ago, I finally got an internship position relating to my major in college, which is relieving for me because I've been trying to find an internship for like months now that I wanted to take advantage of this summer relating to my major. So I'm so happy to have gotten. It's a virtual internship, but it's still an internship nonetheless. I'm starting this next month, so really excited to start. It looks really, really promising. So yeah. And also, since we do have people here in the chat, I do want to make an announcement that remember, I think at least Bernardo will know this. I do have a job at a local movie theater, and I was furlonged uh, recently, and like a few months ago, due to low attendance, we had to close down. I just found out we're reopening like next week, so I'm going back to work next week, which means I can buy more of this. Yes, I can buy more Blu-rays, more physical media, and more pickups video. It's gonna be great. Let's see him. It's my uncle's birthday on his house. They literally brought a brand new UHD TV. Well, sounds like your uncle's having a good birthday. And happy birthday to your uncle, by the way, Hector. That's a really nice gift. Seriously, that's awesome. see, let's see what else has been going on in my life. I don't know if any of you watched that. The last week of June. I'm sorry to hear your summer vacation's not gonna be as long. Oh, it must be dope if it's a UHD TV, Hector. Let's see. Yeah, I'm also going to be pretty busy this summer, Bernardo, with my internship, with my job, and I just want to do other things related to my major. If you guys don't know this, I'm a journalism major, and I also want to do some freelance writing this summer. So I want to also focus some of my time on researching. Let's see, basically researching how to do freelance, how to put yourself out there, just stuff like that. So and writing articles, of course. So it's going to be a pretty busy summer for me as well. And I'm excited because last summer, again, was depressing as hell. Film production major here. Yeah, I know you're majoring in film, Bernardo. Let's see. Props to you, man. I wanted to major in film years ago when I first got into movies, but I just realized that wasn't for me. So yeah, how is it like majoring in film? Is it like hard or I heard from like one or two YouTubers that majoring in film is like a lot of work. So, well, Hector, not to brag, but I have a 4K TV. But 1080p is still really good. At least you can still play Blu-rays. At least it's not 720p. Then I'll just feel sorry for you. Oh, we have 3 people in the chat and 3 likes. So anyone who's watching this has liked this video. Nice. I get again. That's more than I can say for many live streamers. Oh, 4 people now. Nice, nice. We're getting quite a bit of audience here. Some people will say 4 people's nothing. Yo, Patricia Dominguez, Patty's in the chat. What's up? Yo, Costco still sells 720p TVs. They probably don't sell very well. Like if it's like 720p, if it's like not at least 1080p, then they're not gonna sell very well. Let's see. I'm doing good, Patty. My semester just ended earlier today. I just handed my final work, and everything went good. And also, I found out today that that my job was reopening, so that's gonna be really cool. Yeah. Well, good luck with the work, Bernardo. Like, as long as you really like what you're doing, then that's all that matters. And yeah, I do have some sense about what it's like to work on films because I used to work in films as high school. Obviously it's not as, like much work as in what you're doing now, but I can understand like some of what you're doing. And I know film majors do typically have to do a senior project, so and if you do release your senior project on YouTube, I'm really looking forward to seeing it if you release it on YouTube. I'm sure it's going to be really good because it seems like you're really passionate about this stuff, man. Like, even just from seeing your videos when you talk about films, you're obviously very, very passionate about them. Oh yeah, I can imagine, Bernardo. I can imagine. Again, all my experience is just like working on films in high school and all that stuff. Like, that's literally it. So I would know. Let's see. Let's see. Trying to think of what else to talk about. Let's see. In terms of, let's talk about some upcoming videos I want to do. Since let's see. Do we have a smart TV? I would say, let's see. Yes, yes. I use Netflix obviously, and I also use a bunch of other streaming services I got like Amazon Prime, Disney Plus. I don't know if that answers your question, Hector, but yes, I guess so. I would say. Wait, it's a 4K TV. Like, I'm not good with TVs. I'm sorry if I messed that up. But I was also gonna say, in terms of upcoming videos, since you guys are here, you're gonna get the exclusive feedback on what I'm gonna be releasing. One thing I want to definitely start bringing back is my movie night series. Now, I started this way back in November. I've only done two of them since then. What's sad is that I've done more movie room tour videos than movie night videos. I know. I know. But I can say right now with certainty that the movie night videos are going to be a lot more frequent from here on out, or at least I'm going to try to make them more frequent. I want to release one of those, I know for a fact, at least once or twice a month, because there's a lot of movies I haven't seen that I feel like I could do really good movie nights for, where I just talk about the movie I'm seeing, why I want to see it, like why I haven't seen it yet, stuff like that. Put it on YouTube and then talk about my thoughts on the film. So I definitely want to bring that back. Oh, oh yeah, like I can somewhat understand that how it can be a pain to find like a cast for your film because when I was making short films in high school, or at least helping out on short films, one of the hardest part, at least one of the hardest parts, was always finding a cast, a cast, a cast. Yo, so your living room TV from 2011 Netflix app. It's outdated. Yo, that's pretty insane actually. But yeah, I can definitely see how it can be hard to like recruit people, at least from my experiences. Like, I know there's a lot more to what you're doing than what I did in high school. So, but yeah, I can understand that aspect. Oh, you are gonna release on YouTube. Can't wait to see it, dude. Seriously, I really can't. Like, I'm always down to see short films my friends make. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing it, man. And I know you also have some other short films on there that I still need to see. I definitely will check them out one of these days. Definitely will. Let's see. We just use a Fire Stick now. That's probably a good idea. Like, if you have like a Netflix from like 2011, that's probably a good idea. I just realized 2011 was literally 10 years ago. That's insane. That's just how time goes. That's just how life goes. Like, 1 minute it's 2011, the next it's 2021. Yo. 2011. Geez, what a throwback. That year to me is just a throwback. Interesting, Bernardo. Like, obviously, I can totally understand why you wouldn't be on YouTube for the long run after you graduate. You want to focus more on your career. You want to focus more on where your passion for film will take you. Like obviously, in terms of how you run your YouTube channel, that's totally your choice. Obviously, people who obviously I can. Wow, I just totally lost track of my words. Like, this is what happens when you are talking to me live, no cuts or anything like that. I lose track of my words every once in a while, but yeah, I can understand why you wouldn't be around for a long time. Again, as I stated before, you want to focus more on your career. You want to focus more on getting out there, like putting yourself out there in the career you want to go to. So I get that. I get that, Bernardo. Let's see, like for me, I don't know where I'm gonna be after I graduate college and or move out or basically start pursuing my desired career as a journalist. But I'm hoping it'll be for the long run. I don't know if it'll be, but that's like way too soon to say. So don't we all, Hector? We all remember 2011 like it was yesterday. It's like I just cannot believe I'm already at this point in my life where I'm 20 years old. I'm in college. I'm thinking about internships and I'm thinking about my career already. It's crazy to me. Like it truly is. Like 2017, 2016 don't feel like 4 and 5 years ago. They feel like only like what 2 years ago. That's time. That's time. So, yeah, I haven't heard much about Sinister. Actually, I'll definitely look more into it. Oh, well, either way, Bernardo, I'll definitely keep watching. I'll definitely look forward if you decide to do whatever you do with your channel. I'm here for the I'm here to watch. So yeah, that's actually a pretty cool idea, dude. Seriously. Okay, you know what? Um, I want to show you guys a couple things I just picked up recently because I came into a bit of extra money and I had some extra money to buy these and they were pretty cheap. So give me 1 second. Okay. Let's see. What? One sec. So, what movies are going to be showing at the movie theater when it opens? I really don't know at the moment. I haven't gotten any information on what movies are we going to showing. I really don't know at the moment. Um. Anyway, so basically, I had some extra money, and I usually don't show what I pick up in terms of media until like pickups video, like designated pickups video. But I figured, you know what? I may as well just show them now since I bought them like very recently, and those are Two and a Half Men season 5 and season 6. I know not the most exciting things I could show you, especially since they're on DVD. Who cares about those? But they're only on DVD, so yeah. So I got these for like only like what $18 altogether, which is a pretty good deal because the later seasons of Two and a Half Men, the ones with Charlie Sheen, are actually pretty a bit harder to find for a cheap price. So I'm happy I got that for that deal. So yeah, I'll definitely talk more about them when I do a designated pickups video. Haven't heard of Oxygen. I'll definitely look more into it. Yeah, my feeder will definitely really appreciate your support, Patty. Like we would definitely need it. Like I'm sure things will be a lot better with, just the situation being better in general with vaccinations and stuff like that, but yeah. The Dinner Games, another I need to look at these films up and add them to my watch list. Just so I don't forget about them. I can look more into them later on. Yo, I'm looking at my notifications and Nicholas is literally doing a live stream the same time as me. You trying to steal views away from me, Nicholas? Nah, you're good, man. Let's see. So yeah, I definitely want to add those to my watch list just so I can remember them later and watch them. So let's see, Oxygen, because that's what I do. Like when people tell me about movies I need to see or that they would or that they are talking about, I usually want to look more into them myself. So I just add them to my watch list on Letterboxd because I know I'm gonna forget. So let me just write them down real quick. So Oxygen, the dinner game. Let's see. See what else. I know you mentioned one other film. Let me just go back to the chat. Oh, Sinister. Okay. Definitely look more into. Oh, Sinister is already on my watch list. Interesting. Oh, let's see. Patty wants to know what's going to be the next thing I'm going to watch. I'm definitely going to be watching something else tomorrow night. It's a movie that came out in festivals, I think, last year, but has just been like released this year called Sheba Baby. It sounds really interesting. It focuses basically on this young woman who is basically goes to like who basically goes to like I don't remember exactly the name of it. I'm just gonna have to search that up real quick. I did not plan this at all. Let's see, so it basically focuses on this young woman who goes to a Jewish funeral service and basically meets up with everyone basically she was close to in her life and including and basically she meets up with everyone she's close to in her life but is not like very close to now, like for example an ex-girlfriend for that matter, and it looks really good from what I've heard and it sounds really interesting, so I'm looking forward to checking it out. Oh, so that's where Dinner for Schmucks comes from, Hector. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see. Let's see. Bernardo's like Scott Pilgrim. Actually, Bernardo, keep an eye out for future movie nights, at least in the next month or so. You may be really happy. That's all I'm gonna say. I can assure you that I'm gonna be watching. In other words, I'm gonna be assuring you that I'm gonna be watching Scott Pilgrim sometime this month. So I'm just gonna say right now, I'm gonna watch Scott Pilgrim this month because I know if I don't, you are just gonna keep persuading me until I see it. So besides, I really want to see it. I've been wanting to see it for the longest time. I never know. I don't understand how I've gotten this long without seeing it. Like it makes no sense. It must be like it's a Steve. I mean, it must be from what it looks like. Like Dinner for Schmucks doesn't look that great. Let's see. Ooh, Lupin. Definitely haven't heard. I'll definitely look into that. Let me just look into that real quick so I can like, you know, again when people suggest like series or movies I haven't heard of, I just need to look at them right away. Oh yeah, it's on Netflix. Sounds very interesting. I'll definitely check it out, Hector. Yo, Movie Geeks gang. Yes, I am gonna be watching Scott Pilgrim this month. Like, because I know that, like, yeah, as I said before, Bernard's just gonna keep like being like, you need to see Scott Pilgrim, you need to see Scott Pilgrim to the point where, like, so yeah. But again, I want to see it. Like, I really, really want to see it. Like, it looks fantastic. Speaking of Scott Pilgrim, I know I showed this off in my Blu-ray collection, but I have this awesome steelbook. Really happy with this. This is so. Let's see. This is such an awesome steelbook and awesome this too. And what's cool is that I know I mentioned this in my Blu-ray collection video, but I found this at 7-Eleven last year, only $5. I had to snag this. Like, so good. And I also like what I've seen from Edgar Wright. Oh, yo, Bernardo, I heard. Sorry, give me 1 second. Bernardo, I heard Edgar Wright like your tweet. I saw that. That's awesome, dude. That's great. That's awesome. And yeah, he's just a good director overall. I've only seen Shaun of the Dead and Baby Driver, but I really like from what I've seen from him so far. Let's see. Oh, John. John really likes Dinner for Schmucks. Interesting. Let's see. Interesting, Hector. I've never seen the Now You See Me films, but that's pretty interesting. The series sounds pretty interesting. I'll definitely watch it based on your recommendation alone. Let's see. Oh, yo, I just pressed on my phone. My Siri just kind of activated randomly. That was really weird. But yo, let's see. Okay. And also, of course, this summer I'm really looking forward to the Criterion sale. I mean, let's be honest, that's the one event all of us are looking forward to this summer. Like that is like that's the thing that yeah, like I already have a list. Don't watch it with the English dub. Got it. I'm already very anti-dub when it comes to like how do I say it? Like when it comes to like foreign films and foreign TV shows, I'm very anti-English dub. So thanks for letting me know about that, Hector. I probably wouldn't have watched with the English dub anyways, but thanks for that, Hector. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Criterion. So I already have a list of what I want to buy. Like Bernardo, you're probably going to be happy with at least, really happy with at least one of them. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I really hope to get at least many of these films this summer. Sub is better in most situations. Like for example, like I cannot imagine watching Parasite that is dubbed. Like the day like I find out there's a dub version of Parasite, I'm like I just refuse to watch it. I just refuse to watch it. Like why? This is my thing with dubbing. Like why fix something that ain't broke? Like why fix something that ain't broke? Sure, they're speaking a different language, but just read the subtitles. Read the subtitles. Like let's see. Yeah, exactly, Hector. Like exactly, especially if the film takes place in a completely different country. Like for example, like it'll just take basically the feel, the authenticity of that culture in that film, or the culture they're trying to like depict in that film. Like exactly, Hector. Like, yeah. And also, speaking of foreign films, I heard they're doing a remake to Another Round, which is basically the winner for best international feature film in this past Academy Awards. Like I still haven't seen it. I want to see it. It looks pretty good, but apparently you're doing an English language remake. I'm like, just watch the original. Like I obviously don't know. I haven't seen it, so I can't comment if I like it or not. But if you want to watch that movie so bad, just watch the original. Watch the original. It's on Hulu. Like, who cares if it's not in English? Like, just read the subtitles. Like, you don't have to understand Danish to watch that film. You're not wrong, Hector. Like this is why I don't get people sometimes. Like I really don't get some of people's habits right now. Like that I don't get. Another thing I don't get, I've commented this to Bernardo many times in his live streams, but going to parties, like I don't see the appeal of going to like parties, drinking, just like loud music. Like I do not see the appeal in that at all. Like I just like I would just stay home and watch movies. I mean, of course they did, Hector. They wanted to like announce it when the knowledge of it, when the hype for it was at an all-time high. They wanted to capitalize on it. That's when they wanted to announce the English language remake. Like, I don't even want to know. If that English language remake comes out, I'm probably not even gonna see it on purpose just because, like, yeah. Yeah, I know you are deaf, Bernardo, and even me, like I still read subtitles with every film I watch, except in theaters. Like I watch films with subtitles every time I watch. It's just to me, it's just easier to follow. It makes it easier for me to follow the plot, just overall. Like, and it's just much more convenient to me reading subtitles, even with English language films. Like, yeah. Let's see. People who don't read them are lazy. You're right. You are so right, Bernardo. I couldn't agree more. Let's see. Again, what is wrong with people? Like, it's like, I'm. This movie's not asking you to do a math problem. They just read the subtitles. Like, I could talk about this all day, but like, I don't get how you can't like read subtitles. Like, I never had a problem with watching foreign films. Like, I had to read subtitles, but it was like whatever. Like, at least I get to experience a film from a culture that is different from mine, a language that is different from mine. Like, Just read subtitles. Like, yeah, you have such a big problem with it. Like, something's wrong with you. Seriously, you are obviously way too lazy to be like, yeah. I mean, we're all smart in our own ways. Like Bernardo, like you with film, like for example, you're really good with film. Like me, I'm really smart when it comes to like stuff like I'm really smart at certain things. I'm just not, and I'm, but at the same time, I'm pretty not smart at certain things. Yeah, that was yeah, same. Not really. My parents though that introduced me to subs. I just basically started watching them can be by myself when I started watching movies. That's when I really started watching things with like subtitles. Oh yeah, exactly. Like for example, one example of how subtitles have really helped me to understand movie was when I was watching Tenet. I remember one of the primary complaints I heard when Tenet came to theaters was that they couldn't understand half of what the people were saying because the music was very loud. The music was very loud. So in a way, I kind of regret I didn't see Ten Fears, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because at least I could watch the movie with subtitles and have a better understanding of what is going on. Even then, I'm still confused by some aspects of what went on in that film. Good film, good film overall. I would say I definitely need to give it a couple rewatches before I can say I fully understand what is going on. But yeah, Christopher Nolan is really such a really good director. Definitely one of the best directors working today in Hollywood. Like if I had to pick a favorite film of his, probably Inception. It's definitely Inception. Like just Inception. I love Inception. Like it was a bit hard to follow during that first viewing, but I loved it. Yeah, you definitely need it for scenes like that where the characters are mumbling or where they say something, but like what they say doesn't exactly go to your head until you read the subtitles. Like, yeah, I probably would need one too. I definitely would need one too, Hector. Do you really want me to get into a James Cameron rant, Bernard? No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, the fact that they're making James Cameron's making like 5 Avatar sequels is ridiculous to me. Like, and it's wasted potential too, in my opinion. Like before he did Avatar, he did like 2 or 3 of some of the greatest sci-fi action films of all time: Aliens, Terminator, Terminator 2. And after Titanic, he wasted 30 years of his talent on those freaking Avatar movies. At least the first one was not even that good. The first one I did not like that movie like at all for the most part. Let's see. Oh, good question. Thoughts on the Dark Knight trilogy versus other Nolan films? Interesting. I would say it really depends on what film you're asking me. Like, if I had to rate the trilogy as a whole compared to other Nolan films, I think the only film I would say is better than the Dark Knight trilogy is Inception. If I had to really think about it, like if you're all the films, then Inception's the only one that's better than the Dark Knight trilogy. Like I just love Inception, but that trilogy is also really really good. You're not wrong, Bernardo. It's also a story that has been done to death. I haven't even seen Dances with Wolves or how do I say it? Dances with Wolves or Fern Gully, but I know they're the same stories. And let's see, I swear I'm gonna watch Dances with Wolves whenever I get around to watching. Me like this one against Goodfellas, really. Let's see, and yeah, let's see. I mean, I can understand the curiosity of that, Hector. I don't really do that. I really should, because that'll actually be pretty interesting. Let's see. Exactly, Patty. Exactly. Like they keep getting moved back. Like every time I hear the sequels, they have a new release date. I swear. I swear. And actually, just earlier today, me and a couple other people on Twitter, including Bernardo, were like quoting a retweet about how old we will be when Avatar 5 comes out, if it comes out in 2028. And it's just like, we talk about how we're going to be like 7 years older than, let's see. Yeah, I think it is December 2022 for Avatar 2, but for Avatar 5, that's supposed to come out in December 2028. Like, it's just the fact that James Cameron wasted his talent on those Avatar movies for the past 3 decades is just, I mean, at that, by 2028, pre-decades, like, let's see, I can definitely see, I definitely see that, how Green Book is a lot like Driving Miss Daisy. I have seen Driving Miss Daisy also, but that was years ago. I don't remember much from it. But I can see the comparisons to both those movies. Like Green Book, like I like Green Book, but it did not win. That did not deserve to win Best Picture that year. One of the worst choices for Best Picture in recent years. Like, let's see, I would not be surprised at this point, Patty. I would not be surprised at this point. Just guys, read the comment that just Patricia just put forward. Like, just read it. It's like she is so right. I swear. I swear, I'm gonna be going to my grave, and James Cameron is somehow gonna be still making Avatar sequels. Exactly. Exactly, Hector. He could have made at least one more good Terminator movie. Like he could have, let's see, he could have done at least a few more great classic sci-fi films. Because to me, James Cameron is so good when he sticks to like sci-fi and action films. Like he is so good. Like Aliens and Terminator 2 especially. Like Aliens, and that's why Aliens is one of my favorite. Is probably tied with Die Hard as my favorite action film of all time. Like James Cameron just knows how to make a good sci-fi action thriller. Like he's so or film. Like he's so good at that. Like I do too, Hector. Like, and I wasn't even the biggest fan of Titanic. Like it was a good movie, miles better than Avatar. But it's been a while since I've seen it. But I remember it was miles better than Avatar. Brian? Yo, Brian, what's up, dude? How is you? It's actually a friend from my real life. Hey, dude, what's up? I'm happy you could have joined this live stream. We're just discussing movies. We're talking about James Cameron, of course. Yeah, there's actually quite a few people who think the first one's better. I personally think T2 is better, but yeah, I've actually encountered quite a few people on YouTube that think Terminator 1 is better. And it actually has a higher rating than Terminator 2 on Rotten Tomatoes, fun fact. Not that anyone cares, but yeah. Let's see. Oh, I've heard good things about The Good Liar. Like, yeah, about the Beauty and the Beast remake, I actually really wanted to see it when it comes out. Like, when it came out, I really wanted to see it. Like, I really wanted to see it, but I just never got around to seeing it, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. Because I was a huge fan of because I'm a huge fan of the 1991 animated film. That is such a great film, like one of the best Disney has ever made. I also really want to see the 1946 French film. That also I've also heard really good things about that. So yeah, Terminator 1 is overall better written. Fair. I think we would all rather watch Titanic than Avatar, Bernardo. See. Sorry, I was just checking something real quick. I was just checking because I know Nicholas, as some of you guys know, is also doing a live stream. I'm like, trying to steal my viewers away, dude? Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, it's all good. Oh, I could definitely see why, especially the score of Titanic. Like, the score of Titanic, yeah. Nice, Bernardo. Nice. Nice. I mean, it's that girl's loss. But hey, at least you enjoy. At least you had a good time at the movies. Oh, I really want to see Chef. I really want to see Chef. Like that looks really good. That does actually look really good. Really, really good. Let's see. Yeah, Titanic has such a great score from the pieces I've heard of it. That's actually a good question, Patty. What's my favorite movie score? I don't have a defiant favorite movie scores, but I do listen to like many different types of pieces from specific movie albums. Like I just listen to a variety of pieces from different movies. I don't. There's not one specific score I can say is my favorite. For example, I really love score pieces of the scores from films like Parasite, Jojo Rabbit, Titanic, The Shawshank Redemption. So if I had to pick like a favorite out of all those, let's see. Let's see. Oh, and Forrest Gump. I even can't pick a favorite. Like they're all really good. The scores from those films in their own way. So they're definitely among my favorites. I haven't like listened religiously to all of the pieces from those film scores, but those are some of my favorites. I have not seen The Human Centipede. I've heard interesting about things about it. I would be interested in seeing this. I know my brother saw it, but and he said it was pretty crazy, but yeah. Yeah, those are all good scores. And oh, and Home Alone. Even though I'm not as crazy about that film as I was as a kid, I really enjoy that score. That's another great score, at least from the pieces I've heard of it. Like, yeah. Let's see. What other movie scores? Now I'm gonna look around my collection. Where other? Also, the opening theme from The Shining. That's just super iconic. Oh, I actually do have a favorite film score. Not, it's not like overall my. I haven't heard all the pieces to it, but if I had to pick a favorite film score or favorite film score piece, it's easily the classic Halloween theme. Like any iteration of the Halloween theme is like my favorite. That's probably my favorite movie score. I don't know why that answer didn't pop up in my head earlier, but the Halloween score is just my favorite. Like I just love that score. Like at least the snippets I've heard from it. Like specifically the main theme. Like any iteration of the main theme, like is like my favorite. My favorite score of all time. The classic one. Let's see, the one from the 2018 ones. Yo, Bernardo, please. That would be quite a video, dude. Like, I don't think anyone will have the gall to like do that. Like, please do a Human Centipede movie night. I would love to see that. Like, that would be a very interesting movie to watch for a movie night. So yeah, you just remind me, Bernardo. I was speaking about upcoming video. You saw the Human Centipede 2? You're like, no. Oh, that just makes me even more excited to see it. But anyways, in terms, I was gonna talk about this earlier, but in terms of future videos, I definitely do want to do more movie nights because I think it's pathetic. I have more movie room tour videos than movie night videos. And so one of them is going to be Scott Pilgrim, and another one is going to be I'm probably not going to mention this anywhere else, but another one's going to be another double feature one with A Quiet Place, me rewatching A Quiet Place, and then watching A Quiet Place 2 in theaters the last weekend of May when A Quiet Place 2 comes out. So that'll be like my next two ones, Scott Pilgrim and both Quiet Place movies. I'm really looking forward to A Quiet Place Part 2 because I absolutely adore the first Quiet Place. That's such a great film. Truly is incredible. Like when I first heard they were doing a part 2, I was like, no, 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 no. Do not try to appease the people that hated the ending of A Quiet Place. Like, God. But from what I've been hearing about it, like, and from what the footage I've seen, the plot synopsis, it looks very promising. Like, I hope it's as at least as good as the first one, or at least solid, or it's at least a solid sequel. Like, Yo, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is a Fincher film I still haven't seen yet. I know from what I hear from other people, it's considered like one of his more underrated films. Like but I do want to see that. Like, let's see. Don't tell me the one scene definitely, Hector, because I definitely want to see that for myself. Let's see. But David Fincher is another really good director. Wasn't crazy about Mank, but let's see. Yeah, I know you weren't exactly the biggest fan of the first one, Hector. Like, again, I can see why some people were turned off by the first one, but I personally really loved it. But speaking of David Fincher, besides Mank, he's made some great films so far. Like, he's made some great films. Like, let's see it. Social Network, Gone Girl, Seven. I definitely need to see more of his films. I really want to see Zodiac. That one is one I especially want to see. Fight Club, I still need to see. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Panic Room, stuff like that. I want to see those films. Most of these films are like ones I definitely want to try and see soon. Let's see. Curious Case of Benjamin Button, of course. Let's see. I'll definitely check out Alien Free just because I want to see the Alien Free and Alien 4 because I have them in this Blu-ray set, this Alien Blu-ray set that I showed you in my Blu-ray collection video. So I'll definitely end up check out Alien Free in the future sometime. From what I've been hearing about Alien Free, you're definitely not missing much, Hector. You're definitely not missing much. I already know how it begins. I already know how it begins. Like, how, like, spoilers, like, if you guys haven't seen, wait, spoilers if you guys haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, then you can just mute this entire live stream, then, and I'll let you know basically when you can stop. I'll give you a thumbs up when I stop saying spoilers. If you really haven't seen it and don't want to hear any spoilers. I was really pissed off that they basically killed off almost everyone from Aliens. Yep, Bernardo just said it right there. So they basically killed everyone who survived in Aliens except Ripley, including the little girl that she grows a motherly attachment to, which is just feels like such a slap in the face. And I'm just like, it already makes me hate that movie. So, yeah. I was already saying it will make a very good reaction video. So you have two people who want you to do a movie night video on the Human Centipede. Do it, Bernardo. Come on. I know it's so messed up. Like they killed terrible feeder experience. That's a very good question, Hector. Luckily, for the most part, my feeder experiences have been pretty chill. I think the worst I've had is when I've sat down next to a parent and their kid. This happened to me actually a couple times. I would sit down next to a parent and then their little kid, and during the entire movie, the little kid would be asking her parent, "What's going on? Why is he doing this? Why is he doing it?" And then it would be kind of annoying. Like, and it's just like it wasn't necessarily like horrible, but it was pretty annoying. Just like, really, I get they're kids, I get they're curious, but it's just, yeah, it's just kind of annoying. But another experience that I will never forget is when I saw War for the Planet of the Apes, and at the beginning of the film, I heard a baby crying. Someone had brought their baby into a film called War for the Planet of the Apes, and I'm just like, why? Just why? Just why? Just why? I don't get people. Why would you bring a baby into the theater? Like, Jesus. But those videos, terrible movie fear experiences, those are very entertaining, like, videos. Like, I feel bad for the people who experience them, but those are very entertaining videos. That must have been really annoying. Yeah. It probably like hindered your ability to enjoy Infinity War, especially since it was quite an important film. Let's see, definitely never had that experience, but though there have been a few times when I saw movies in my theater for free where I was the only one in the theater, like where it was the only one in the theater. So yeah, it definitely is pretty peaceful. And again, luckily throughout most of my theater experiences, people have been pretty respectful. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention another annoying thing is when people take their phones out during the movie. That's like me during a movie, I shut my phone off. Like, sure, I'm on it during the previews, but once the movie is about to begin, I'm like, shut it off and I don't turn it on for another 2 hours. Like, fair enough. Fair enough, Hector. I know you're not exactly big on the MCU, and that's okay. I can totally see why people will not be big on it. Like, I totally see it. Like, definitely. Okay, what else? Bernardo understands. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Like, I would be pissed. I'm like, you paid God knows how much money to see this movie, and you take out your phone? You take out your phone? Like, I don't get people. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me when I saw Thor Ragnarok and Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man Tell No Tales. That's exactly what happened to me. And I think also Justice League when I saw it. Do it, Bernardo. Do it. Do it. I want to see that movie night video, man. Do it. Like, if you do that movie night video, then I promise you I'm doing that Scott Pilgrim movie night video. Obviously, I was going to do it either way, but let's see. Okay, I just lost my train of thought. Okay, again, I don't get people. Like, I don't get people. It was probably like a scene where they were just talking, and just for some reason they were just like, I don't know. Maybe they were making like a personal joke in like a theater, which they should not be doing. Like, they should be paying attention to the movie. Like, yo, that's so suspicious, Bernardo. They were probably trying to bootleg it. Like, that is basically illegal. Like, that is basically illegal. Like filming a movie. Like, and I'm just like, I don't get that. I really do not get bootlegging. Like, it's just why I'm not gonna get arrested just because. Like, yeah, I can totally understand that. I can see why. I can totally understand that reasoning, Patty. I can totally get you. Like, I can see why, especially after. I'm not going to get too political here, especially after all the shootings in America, especially earlier this year. I can understand that, and I'm done. After that, I'm done. Yo, let's see. That reminds me of one movie theater experience. One movie theater experience I heard from someone on a podcast that is actually pretty funny. Like, I was watching this podcast, and what was I gonna say? So I was watching his podcast, and one of the dudes was talking about how he had a very, very, very bizarre, interesting movie theater experience when he went to see the film Rocket Man with a friend. So basically, how it goes is that during the film, someone came in during the film and sat in the front row, and what was funny was that he started snoring during the film very loud, and apparently it was louder than the film itself. So someone went to go complain, and then this young kid had to try to get this dude to wake up, and as he's trying to get this dude to wake up, the dude starts like getting angry and starting to threatening to fight him, and it's like And it's like it was really crazy. It was really crazy. It's like I do not get people like how they can be so disrespectful and fierce. And really, they're honestly the suckers in the long run. Like you pay to see a movie, yet you don't pay attention or just fall asleep. Like you're the suckers in the long run. Like I can understand that. There are just some people that just are like, screw the fears. I'll just wait for it to come to Netflix. I'll just wait for it to like. I can totally understand that. But me, I don't know. For me, and I know quite a few people can understand this. Going to the theaters is just it's an experience to me that just cannot be replicated. Let me rephrase that. Just going to the theaters is an experience that can't be replicated at home to me. Like I understand your point, Hector, but for me, like I go to the theaters because it's an experience. It's something to do. Like going out to see a movie to me is just one of the most it's just one of the most pleasing things I could do with my life. Like it's just I love going to the theater. It's great. Like whenever I can, I try to make it out to a theater. Like for example, even with films that are coming out on HBO Max, like for example, I'm gonna try and see In the Heights in the theaters, like because that's a film I feel like that probably should be experienced in theaters. Yeah, I could definitely see what you mean. Like from what I heard, London Has Fallen, which I know is it's just like a stupid action film, like stupid, fun, dumb popcorn film. So, but I can see why you. I can see your point, Hector. I know they made a film, another one called Angel Has Fallen. I'm just like, what? Yo, but seriously, in terms of best theater experience, just randomly putting out there, easily Avengers Endgame. Like the hype, anticipating that film and actually seeing it on the big screen with everyone else, that's just I can totally see that. I can totally see that, Hector. I can see why people will be picky, be like, oh, I want to see like something I could I want to see something like I want to see something like, let's see, I want to say I want to see like this low budgeted film that won't be that different in theaters. I'd rather see something like, I don't know, a Christopher Nolan film. I can see why you'd be picky. Yeah, I saw Endgame on the opening weekend too. Like luckily, one of my friends, hooked me up when seeing Endgames and bought tickets for us 3 weeks in advance. I'm like, thank you, dude. Like, thank you. Because I remember when I saw Infinity War, I made the mistake. I made the mistake of seeing it a weekend afterwards. Because in the week leading up to it, I already got spoiled on a couple things. Like, that was not smart. Keep in mind, I was originally planning on seeing it like 3 weeks after it came out. That was not smart at all. So I made it determined I was like, I'm seeing Endgame opening weekend. I'm seeing it opening weekend, so I would avoid spoilers. Feel free to like, roast me in the chat for wanting to see Infinity War after opening weekend. Feel free to do so because that was definitely a stupid decision at the time. Yo, that was one of the scenes that I got spoiled as well. That was like, luckily I didn't know about the snap. Luckily I wasn't spoiled on the snap. I just saw that he died. I'm like, wait, wasn't he supposed to be like a big part? But yeah, luckily the snap wasn't spoiled for me. Like that snap scene, I was like in shock. I was like, whoa, whoa, that was quite something. That was quite something. That was definitely a moment in my movie theater watching history that I will never forget. Seeing that. Whoa. Let's see. Also, in terms of future videos, I also want to do. You guys are probably gonna be like, "Why are you doing this?" But I want to do a DVD collection video because my collection is not big by any means. It's looking at it, it's only like a little over two like shelves. So it should be an easy like 10, 15-minute video. Besides, there's some DVDs that of movies I feel like are underrated, in particularly one that I really want to tell you guys about. So yeah, besides, be a short, fun video to do. Let's see it. Besides, there's a lot of stuff I have on DVD are not even on Blu-ray, so yo, that's hilarious. Like, so watching Jason Bourne, then power goes out, and all of a sudden you're now watching a completely different movie. Um, I'll probably keep going on for like a few minutes longer or something like that, and then I'll go. See, but yeah, I definitely do want to do a DVD collection video. Obviously, a oh, it's only on DVD. I did not know it was only on DVD. Interesting. That definitely is very, very interesting. Very, yeah. Wow, my viewership went. Oh, it's going back right up. I can imagine that because Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum. How can they not get excited for someone like Channing Tatum? Wait, was Channing Tatum the star of that movie? I'm pretty sure he was. If I got that wrong, then I'm sorry. Oh, Matthew McConaughey. All right. Yeah, I think he said it in Dazed and Confused, which is one I really, really, really want to see very soon. Like it's from Richard Linklater. I really want to see that because he directed one of my favorite films of all time, Boyhood. So, yo, I thought his performance was good in Interstellar, but I can, but if I watch Magic Mike and see that performance and compare it to Interstellar, I can see why it'd be harder to take it seriously. Hard to take it seriously. Oh yes, definitely, definitely. I really want to see In the Heights. That looks really good. I know you really loved it. I know you gave it like a 5-star review. So I'm definitely gonna see it just for that. It's like, and it looks really good. The plot synopsis, especially, sounds really interesting. And even though I'm not the biggest musical guy, when the musical comes out and it turns out being really good, I usually end up enjoying it. That was the case of that was the case especially with La La Land. Yo, I've never seen any of those films, and I don't think I ever want to see any Medea films. If I'm being totally honest, it's like this is me with like films that are not with films that are like this is me with films like Medea. Like I don't want to waste my time on those films because there's hundreds of other films I would rather watch. Rather watch. I'm sure the music is really good. Like I really want. Yeah, I'm sure it's really good. And also, just so you know, Patty, In the Heights is also being released on HBO Max the same day it's coming to theaters on June 11th. So I know you're not a huge fan of the theaters. So if you want to see it, you don't have to go to the theaters if you don't want to. So it's coming out on HBO Max the same day, June 11th, as it's coming in theaters. Yeah, yeah. I can. Yeah, I can. I mean, we've all liked something that we don't like right now when we were younger. Like, I'm sure we can all think of something. I can't think of anything at the moment, but let's see, like for example, well, I can't think of an example right now. Where was I going with that? Let's see, I can understand that. Luckily, again, I've never personally had that experience. Thankfully, thankfully, theaters I've been to, people have been generally pretty respectful. I would say, generally pretty respectful. Yo, I'm so happy that I have 5 views on this stream. For many YouTubers, this will be like nothing, but for me, especially someone who only has like what 24 subscribers, like this is incredible. I would have never expected to have this many people watching right now. So really, thank you guys for putting up with me for the past hour. I really appreciate the viewership, and I'll definitely do more of these. Like my goal is to do at least one of these a month, like one live stream a month, like definitely, like because I really am having a good time doing this. It's really good. Anytime, I'm more than happy to do this stream. This was a lot of fun. Seriously, talking about James Cameron movies, theater experiences, how I still need to see Scott Pilgrim. Like this has been very fun. So thus far, let's see. Okay. Speaking of other movies coming out this summer, one thing I'm really pissed about is that Luca, the new Pixar film coming out next month, is only going to Disney Plus. It's just going straight to Disney Plus, like Soul is, which makes no sense to me because Soul obviously was released straight to Disney Plus for very different circumstances, like under very different circumstances. COVID cases were at an all-time high back then. The vaccines were just starting to get out, but only to specific people. But by next month, things should be much better. Things should be much better next month. It makes no sense to release Lucas straight to Disney Plus like they did with Soul. Like right now, it makes no sense. Like I would love to see Luca on the big screen. I really wanted to see Soul on the big screen, but I understand I couldn't because of COVID. Like, but Luca, like, there's no excuse for Luca being released straight to Disney Plus. Yeah, sadly, it's going straight to Z Plus. It's not even gonna like go to theaters, which really sucks because it's Pixar. Like, yeah, Pixar is like one of the main players in the animation game as well. So, oh yeah, it definitely does look really cute. And interesting enough, for those of you guys who don't know this, the voice actor, the main kid, is actually going to be Jacob Tremblay, who was actually the young kid in Room with Brie Larson, and who was also the main kid in Wonder. Oh yeah, obviously, like Soul would be so much better on the big screen. Like I need to pick that up on 4K Blu-ray because I hear the transfer on that film is a lot better on the 4K than on Disney Plus. Like at least from what I heard from one person. Yeah, I definitely want to pick that one because that was a good one. It was not. Well, yeah, Soul was released straight to Disney Plus as well, but that was back in like December when COVID cases were like 100,000 a day in the U.S. and we're like spreading, especially across the Western world. So that I could understand, but the fact that Luca is going straight to Disney Plus next month makes no sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Like things should be much better next month than they already are. Knock on wood. So I just so I don't jinx myself. But yeah, it really does not make sense. It really, really doesn't. Really doesn't. All right, guys. I think I'm going to start heading out now. Thank you all so much for coming to this live stream. I really do appreciate all of you coming here to view me and just again. I know I said this like 5 minutes ago, but just hear me talk and talk about movies for the past hour and 15 minutes or so. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video. Stay tuned for new videos coming soon. Let's see, movie nights videos, the DVD collection videos, and so much more. So much more. So yeah, thank you guys once again so much for watching, and I'll see you around. Bye.